If you are not detaching from your manifestation, that means that you are not living in the wish fulfilled. And in this video, I'm going to give you an exercise and I'm going to break this down in detail. That way you can start detaching and learning how to detach with anything that you're manifesting. Detachment and acceptance are the key to living in the end. Like your wish is already fulfilled. Your manifestation is on its way to you. It's on its way to you when you can detach and when you have the acceptance of the end. Remember, Neville Goddard said this. It's not emotion. Feeling is the secret, but not emotion. It's not emotion. Get that out of your mind. It's the acceptance of the end. So you have to ask yourself, why do you want something that you already have? Why do you want something that you already have? Ask yourself this question. You can detach from a manifestation simply by asking this question. Because remember, there's no gap or separation in consciousness. And what are you? You are consciousness. You are I am. You are connected to all. This is a simulation that you're living in where there is no separation or gap with anything. We are all connected. We are all one energy, and creation is finished. So if you already have your manifestation and you're not attached to it, what would that imply? You're living in the wish fulfilled. That means that you are grateful and appreciative for everything that you already have in your life. And this is one method that you can use. Because if you find yourself that you're attached to your manifestation and you're focused on the lack of, that means that you're in one of the lowest frequencies that you could possibly be in, and you're not attracting great things to come into your life. So if you feel this way, immediately start doing a gratitude exercise. And if you don't want to do a gratitude or an appreciation exercise, there's another method you could do. And I call this the 3-6-9 knot method. And this is actually something Neville Goddard did with his students. I'm not sure exactly if this is what Neville Goddard's intention was of why he had people write down, I do not want this, or I am not going to do this, but yet you visualize something as you're going to sleep at night. He did this with the ladder exercise with my grandfather, but I use this on many occasions, and I've had other people do this where it's helped them with detachment, including myself, where I wanted something so badly and I felt that I was attached to it, that I deserved this thing. And I found out that when I wrote that I do not want this, it released the attachment that I had to it. It released that attachment when I'm writing out, I do not want this, because why would you want something if you already had it as well? So, but you're detaching from it when you say, I do not want to make this much money a month, or I do not want to have this at all ever in my life. This is like a detachment thing where you're no longer focused on it. You're no longer focusing on it, that you don't have it. You're not, because that's what attachment is. If you're attached to something, you're not detached from something, then you are focused on it, wondering when it's going to come, how is it going to come, why is it going to come, what do I got to do to get it to come, all these different things, and you're not allowing the subconscious mind to bring it to you. So when you write out, I will not do this, or I do not want this, you are essentially taking your focus away from the thing, because you've now just written it off. I don't want this thing. I don't want it anymore, so I'm not thinking about it. I'm not focusing on it. Now I'm focusing on something else, like gratitude or whatever else I'm manifesting, and which is another thing that you could do as well. Because usually if you're visualizing something but you're focused on it, you're not detached from it, that's the only thing that the subconscious mind is waiting for. It's just waiting for you to stop focusing and stop waiting and stop watching, and then it can just, that door's going to open and it's just going to come to you like immediately. So as soon as you could just break that barrier, that threshold of just not focusing on it and waiting for it and wanting it, in your life, like right then, when is it going to come? That's when the subconscious mind just opens that door, and then it comes to you, be like, oh my gosh, there it is. There it is. And I finally got it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy how I just had to detach from that just for that moment. And then the door just opened and it just flew into my lap. All right. So here is the method that I want you to use for detachment. I call this the 3-6-9 method paired with the knot technique, which is, we all know, is the ladder technique that Neville Goddard. I'm not sure if Neville Goddard, his intention was about detachment with this, but I have a feeling that it was something to do with that. But all I know is that what you fall asleep with, what you're visualizing, is going to happen to you regardless of what you do throughout the day. But you can speed up that process. And if you find that you are just really attached to it, that this really works, and it's worked for me, and it's worked for hundreds of other people that have practiced this. But if it's not working for you, then do not do it. But this is amazing. All right, so for 3 to 7 days in the morning, Write this down 3 times. Write this down. An affirmation that states that you do not have what you want, or you do not want what you want. I know that sounds funny, that you do not want what you want, but essentially, remember the ladder exercise where Neville Goddard had you visualizing climbing a ladder, but during the day you're writing down, I will not climb a ladder. I will not do this. I will not do this. So this is essentially exactly what Neville Goddard was talking about here. So remember, in the morning, you write this down 3 times. So for example, if it is, I do not want to make $10,000 a month because I already do, this is what you are to write down 3 times in the morning. I do not want to make $10,000 a month because I already make $10,000 a month, or I already make $20,000 a month. You can write that down. I don't want to make $10,000 a month because I make $30,000 a month already. Okay, why would I want to make $10,000 when I'm making $30,000? So you write this down 3 times in the morning, and then you write this down 6 times in the afternoon. And then you write this down 9 times at night before you do your visualization. So a powerful way to do this is, you see how I said that? I do not want to make 10,000 because I make 30,000 now. I already make 30,000. Why would I want to make 10,000? So you're doing something, but something better. Okay, you're eliminating this 10,000 that you want to create, and you're saying, I make 30,000 now. I don't make 10,000, I make 30,000. So you're detaching from the 10,000, and you already have a more powerful feeling state that's leaning you into even an increased amount that you're trying to create, whatever you're using this for, okay? And the reason why I like this method so much is because it's worked for me. I've used this, okay? I used this on my silver play button because Google or YouTube said that I couldn't get my YouTube play button because I had posted a video a long time. I guess they said it was medical advice, but really it was a visual scene just helping, thousands of people, and everyone visualizing, a great outcome for a lot of different people. I guess that was something to do with medical advice. So they took that down. And then when I applied for my YouTube play button, they said that I couldn't get it because of that video that they had given me a strike about or on. And then they told me that I could appeal it, but I never appealed it. I appealed it in my own imagination by doing this exercise. And within a week, they had mailed it to me without me appealing it in the simulation or anything. They decided, I guess, for some reason, they never gave me an explanation, but I guess they just re-reviewed my case and they decided to send it to me. It really didn't make any logical sense or anything, but a lot of things don't need a logical explanation. So get that out of your mind. You don't need a logical explanation. If something happens, it happens. Just let it happen, and then just start manifesting whatever you want to come to you. Using these different methods, detaching from the outcome, writing out, and just being in that feeling state of everything now being yours. Like you already have everything. You're in a state of gratitude. You're in a state of appreciation. And I'll go back to other times that I've talked about manifestation. Okay, it only matters what you're falling asleep with at night. Okay, and throughout the day, you just have to stay in a grateful and appreciative, mode, keeping your frequencies up, create the version of you that you want to be, and then give that version to the world. Give that version of yourself to the world. Be the version that you admire, and then give that person to the world, okay? And these are the types of topics that we're covering on my new private community within school. We have over 400 members currently, and it is growing and growing and growing. We're getting all the most powerful minds together to manifest together. And I'm doing 3 live events with you where I'm doing questions and answers, doing different topics similar to this, but we're also doing questions and answers after we cover certain topics. So when you watch these videos and you have specific questions that you would like to ask me, you can do that within my private community 3 times a week. And that link is in the description below. And also leave a comment if you're interested, and I'll message you back directly and specifically. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.